Yo,
Yo, what's going on, family?
what's up? What's up? How you
Yo,
doing?
Smilez in the building, man. What's going on with you, my brother? Could you let everybody know a little bit about yourself and who you are?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm Young Smiles out of Pensacola, Florida. Big time Florida boy. The perfect weather, I like to say. Um, yeah, Pensacola, Florida, born and raised. That's my hometown, the 850. If you don't know what it is, it's kind of 2 3 hours from Tallahassee area. So I say my own little paradise. Um, Yeah, man, that's where I'm from. I got about seven brothers. So it's eight of us. I'm number six out of eight boys. I've been making music for roughly about 2 years. I write all my own music. I just recently graduated college from University of West Florida, so I'm a college graduate.
Salute, salute.
So yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
So that's what's up, man. As far as you being an artist, man, when did you first even get into music?
Like I said, about 2 years ago, I actually, man, I always loved music. I grew up in the church. My dad's a pastor, so music has always been a part of something, a part of me. And
So
me and
the
my
church.
brothers, we used to have a little thing, a little group. We would sing together and
Okay,
whatnot.
okay.
We were kind of like I guess I say the second version of the Jackson Five, the Smiley Eight. So we kind of sing, and I would always rap or have my own little verse over over the thing. So I think I just kind of embraced that. And then about 2 years ago, these guys followed me, and I was like, "Yo, they make music, record. This is dope. Something that I've always wanted to do." So I just reached out to them. I was like, "Yo, like I've always wanted to record. I always wanted to do something like this. What do you guys think if we did something together?" And then boom, man, we did a record together, and the rest is history. I took it very serious, and I just took off running with it. So that's how I started. Yeah.
Man, that's dope, my brother. As far as the music that you typically make, how do you describe it?
I think that comes from where I'm from, where my home. I think I have a kind of a Florida sound, but you can kind of say, oh, maybe he's from the islands, or maybe he's. I think my music just goes so many different ways, and I think that you feel that when you hear my records. I think it's very unique in the way I approach my beats and the way I approach my songs, as far as my stanzas or just the direction that I usually go with my songs. And I think that where I'm from plays a big part in that. And I think you'll hear it if you take the time out to go and check it out after we get done.
So have you
Appreciate that.
learned? So have you learned a demographic that you're or who you're actually catering to as far as music wise to help sell your
Oh,
music better?
yeah, 100%. Me and my publicist OC, we study the numbers very much so. Numbers don't lie, so we really study the numbers. And right now, it's really big in Los Angeles, New York, Seattle area, Alabama area. They're catering to my music right now, and those are the places that we want to hit. Especially after this quarantine is
What
over. Those are the
what
places we want to
particular
target.
genre of people is that though? Because of course you got your trap, you got your
Right.
island, you got your ex extension, your trippy red
Right.
vibe. So that's what I'm saying. What vibe do you kind of fall into? You feel what I'm saying as
It's
far as people wise?
I definitely do a pop music type vibe.
Okay, okay.
Um, a lot of my songs I would say are universal. They can be played in movies. They can be played with your grandma. They can be played
So
with
so the
your
music that's what I'm trying to break down. So the music pretty much that you make it is more so worldly music. So
yes,
it's not
absolutely.
okay, okay. That's what I'm trying to get. It's
It's
not
it's
putting
not it
you
can't it can't be
it can't
put
put you
into
in the
a
box.
certain box.
Right.
Right.
All right,
Exactly.
cool.
So,
I can
and I
dig
think
it.
that's important.
Yeah,
I think
most
that's
definitely.
very important because there's a difference between, being able to make a song and selling records. So I'm trying to sell records. I want people to really dive into it. I don't want them to just be like, oh, okay, I got this crowd over here. They rock with me, but this other crowd don't really rock with me like that. No, if you listen to the music, anybody can listen to it. Anybody can get down to it. I think that's very, very important. And when I started, I never wanted to be in a box. I never wanted to just be, oh, that's a rapper. He makes trap music, so that's cool. And no shade to anybody who does, but I always wanted to be, a superstar. And I think in order to be a superstar, you have to be able to hop on any beat. You have to be able to, you know, challenge yourself and elevate your music to a different level. So, and I'm
So,
constantly doing that.
so what is your, so being that you're not, as we say, in this particular box where you're just catering to one particular market of music, what is your creative process musically when you go in the booth and to make a new track?
Man, you wouldn't believe it. I write. I'm a big guy who works out a lot. I write some of my best songs when I'm in the gym, in between my sets. That may sound funny, but that's the real deal. I can get a beat, and if I don't love it, I don't use it. I'll get a beat. I'll listen to it. The first thing that always comes to me is my hook. I take the most time, I would say, on my hooks because I think if I can, like what it is, if I can hook you in my first 15 seconds within my song, you know, you're in. That's it. So I think as far as my creative process and my writing process for my songs, I try to make my hook as melodic and as catchy as possible. So that way people will take the time of like, okay, this is dope. Now I want to listen to the rest of the song. So I think that that's really something that I put a emphasis on myself is just making my hooks incredibly creative and incredibly relatable. You know what I mean? I saw Lil Baby said, write something that people can use as captions, you know? So I try to make sure that what I write about is relatable to whoever, not just, you know, my age frame or below or above, just whoever can hear the lyrics and be like, you know what? I've been through that. You know, I've felt like that. So that's what I try to do.
What do you think the three most important things that you need as an artist in the industry?
Three most important things. A team, first off, a team. You need a team. You cannot do it by yourself. It would be very difficult to do it by yourself. Second off, you need a work ethic. A lot of people think, oh, I got my deal, or you know, I signed, or you know, this went good for me. Cool, cool, cool. I made it. You need to constantly have a work ethic, constantly. And another thing is patience. You know, this is not everybody is a little Nas. Not everybody's going to blow up on a one song and it's going to go crazy. And you know, you got to be patient. You got to enjoy your process. It's a process. Enjoy it. I'm in my process right now. Every day is not the best day. Everything doesn't go the way I want it to always, but it's part of my process and it's a part of my story. So when I get on platforms like this, I can talk to younger artists at that point and be like, hey, these are some things you need to do, some things you need to implement into yourself so that you can be successful.
Right. I can dig it. I can respect that. That's a
For
good
sure.
response. If you can open up any show for a celebrity, who would it be?
Any show, any celebrity. You know what? I would definitely say, can I pick two? Or does it have to be one?
No, I got to be one.
Gotta be one. I'm gonna say, okay, any celebrity, I'm gonna say Drake.
Somebody said
I'm gonna
Beetlejuice.
say no, I'm gonna say Drake. And I'm gonna tell you why I say Drake. Uh I mean, obviously everybody know what type of GOAT status Drake has in the industry. He's the type of artist that if you can open up and you can catch a hold of his fans, your life can be changed that night forever. It can be if you're dope. And with that type of artist, if you can open up and you catch their attention, you catch them, and everybody at the end of the show, they're like, "Who is this kid?" You know, like who is this? This kid is crazy. I think for me it would be Drake because I think it would have the most impact on your career.
Do you think it's
100%.
important for an artist to do cover songs?
I think that depends on, you know, the art themselves. It can be beneficial. I think if that's something that you started out doing, then you should, and you've seen success within it, you should keep doing it for sure. But if you just started out putting out your own music and you know that's been successful for you, then keep laying tracks and keep putting it out. Some artists are very successful doing it that way. I personally did not do that, but you can be successful doing it. It's just, I think everybody has their niche in their lane, and once you figure out what that is and what works for you, keep applying pressure on that. Don't
Do
be
you
all
think
over the world.
do you think that's something that you can add on or try to add to your repertoire to help increase your sales of music? Because of course, initially
I
too, um, cover songs also show your versatility. And
For sure.
a lot of cover songs get pushed out
Hmm.
because a cover song is better than the person who originally did the real song.
That's
Um,
true. That's true.
it's extra promotion, and just other avenues to promote yourself too. Like I said, just to show your versatility.
For sure. Yeah, I've actually thought about it, and especially during this quarantine, I've been thinking about anything creatively I can do to, just stay in touch and in tune with my fans. No, I think it's definitely a great idea, and I think it definitely could be something that's very dope. And like you said, I've seen other artists who have done that type of stuff, and it's been very beneficial for them. It's definitely something that I am going to look into. I want to talk to my team and kind of see what they think about it. But I would not be opposed. I've never been the type of person who's opposed to, first off, learning something new or trying something new. And I'm always willing to listen to what other people have to say, because you never know. They may have an incredible idea that I never thought of. You know what I mean? They may say something that I'll be like, wow, that I should try that. So I've never been the type of person that, thinks I know it all. So I actually appreciate you saying that, because that's something that I've thought about doing, but I'm not sure, how people would take it. But I definitely think that it can be very beneficial, and that's something I want to try.
That's dope. That's dope. You as an artist, since you've been in the industry, um, what are some marketing keys and tactics that you use to help yourself that might, that you can kind of give some insight to artists that might be essential to you?
The type of marketing, we just my publicist is constantly in my ear. She's always saying content, 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 content. So that that is, I think, our number one marketing tool. We want to put out, excuse me, the most amount of content. I'm sorry, the most amount of quality content in a quick time frame. But the thing about it is, for people watching, once you put out that incredible dope content, you have to have content ready to go. You know what I mean? You got to be able to, boom, I put this out. Okay, boom, next week we got this. Oh, we got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Once you start that train, it has to keep going. So I think that's what we're focusing on right now. We're building up as much as we can to completely apply the pressure to the industry, so that everybody knows who Young Smilez is when it's all said and done. So my number one marketing thing is our content, and just putting out very quality content in a timely manner.
Do you think that nowadays that people actually care about the music?
I do and I don't. I do think that the songs that are better last longer, or they have more longevity of when they reach the charts, or however it goes. But I think it all comes out at one point of time. Everything comes to so you may have your one hit wonders, and then you have your people who just keep going, because I think your music will eventually separate those two different type of artists. Like, okay, you had this one crazy dope song, cool. You wrote off that for several months. But then you may have this person who maybe not had a hit song, but they had a dope project, you know what I mean? And they had good music, and they constantly put out great music. So it's do's and don'ts on that one for me, for sure.
Um, what do you think as an artist outside of, excuse me, as far as being an artist, as far as it costs a lot of money in this industry,
Mhm.
and outside of relationships, how much do you think, just from your opinion, do you think it takes to break out in the industry as an artist? Or budget you need to have?
Budget. Um, we've had many talks about this. It's funny. I would say 10K, 10 to 15, you can make if you have it also depends on who's on your team, because that type of money is stretched and it can work for you. But if you don't have the right person putting that money in the right places, it cannot work. So I would say 10 to 15,000 is a nice amount of thing if you have somebody who can really put that money in the places, who have connections. Because sometimes it's not just about how much money you have, it's about who you know, or who they know, who they can get you in touch with. Because you get somebody, an artist can get, oh, let's say they're getting on World Star Hip Hop for $1,000, but let's say that your publicist knows them personally, you may get that for 500. You know, and so I think it really depends on who you have and who you're working with. Makes a tremendous difference in what your budget needs to look like. So.
Oh, but you look like you was frozen for a second.
Oh, was I frozen?
Now you was like, I didn't know if you were frozen. Like I said, about you good? No. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
I'm here. I'm not frozen.
I'm about to tap the phone. So who inspired you musically?
Some of my big inspirations, I would say Post Malone, Drake, of course. I really like Imagine Dragons. I don't know if people know what that is. That's a band I listen to.
That sounds like a cartoon to me. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that
is. No, they're a big time. They're a big time group. I think I listen to every different type of genre, to be honest with you. So those three artists, I just go.
You might be asking, how old are you?
I am 25.
Oh, okay. I was just asking because you said Post Malone, and I thought you was gonna go a little more old school. You feel me? But it's all good.
No.
It's all good.
No, I'm pretty young.
Okay. Yeah, I got you about 10 years.
That's not bad. That don't make you old though. I mean,
nah.
That's not.
Yeah.
My parents are 55, so I consider that old. Yeah, but no, those are some of my inspirations. I think some of the people that, without subconsciously, I will take bits and pieces of of their style or whatever and make it my own. And I think every artist does that in one way or another, and they just try to make it cater to them. So.
What's the best advice you've been given?
The best advice I've been given is be patient. I struggled with that personally. I've been to the label meetings. I met Roc Nation, LA. I've had multiple people. They're like, man, like you got it. You up next. Like your music's dope. Oh, this is a hit. This is a hit. This is dope. And I think once you just start to hear something like that so much, so repetitively, you kind of like, okay, why am I not there? Why am I not where you're saying I should be? So I think that patience was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
For me.
Honestly, I think my personal opinion, I think it is a time, a such thing as called too early. Not personally just talking for you, just for a lot of artists like you just personally said, you need to work on patience, even for you to realize that. So you need to work on patience because it's essential, it's important, because this don't happen overnight. For some people it does, some people it don't, and for the more the higher percentage of people it don't. And I believe a lot of artists are adamant to go to labels. Now independent labels might be a little different versus major labels, but major labels look for certain entities and like certain things the artist needs to have. A lot of them look at numbers. And that's as far as on all platforms, you know what I'm saying? That's usually like multiple songs, not just one song. Okay, you got this song, but what other song you got? So generally it's, a lot of those times you just go in, go have somebody, you sit at the table, they going like this to your music. Oh, this is a good one. But you went to, like you said, 5, 6 other meetings like that, everybody saying the same thing. There's other avenues that need to be added on, more marketing, trending, promotion, branding. So it's a lot more than just going to a label. Like you said, end of the day, not unless you know somebody who knows somebody. That's
Right.
a different situation. They said it's frozen. You froze on your end? You look good to
No,
me.
I can hear you.
Yeah, you look straight to me. But if you wasn't doing music, my brother, what would you be doing right now?
Uh, I guess I'll be opening a gym, working out, but I just couldn't see myself not doing it, to be honest. I can't not, I just can't. Every day I waking up thinking, okay, what can I do to get where I'm trying to go? That's it. I never saw myself as a paycheck to paycheck person. I never saw myself not living as lavishly as I always wanted to live. So I can't, that's my only goal. That's it. That's what I'm going for. I'm going to do it no matter what, no matter how long it takes. I'm doing it. So
So
I
what
guess it would be, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I'm saying, well, so what pushes you? What keeps you going?
Just first off, my parents, my family, you know, and my future family. My parents have been working, you know, the same jobs for 20 plus years, you know, like doing the same thing every day just for me and my brothers, you know what I mean? Like, first off, I want to retire them. I don't want them to have to work anymore. Like, my dad's a pastor, and I know his main obligation is he wants to do what he needs to do at the church, you know what I mean? So I want to retire them. I want to be able to say, you know, to my girl, to my wife, like, hey, you go to Paris tonight? Like, you know, I want to be able to do those things. And I know that I can create that type of life for my family and for my future family with my music. I know it's good enough. I know it has the longevity. So just the type of lifestyle I want to live is what pushes me. And my love for making music and creating music and seeing people singing my songs and knowing my songs word for word and wanting to take pictures for me. You know, all this stuff just blows my mind, and it just you know catapults me forward every time. I'm just like, boom, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. People being touched by my words and influenced, you know, by my music, and that just pushes me, you know, to the next level. It's just like waking up and saying, you know, I got to work out today. I need to. It just keeps me going. My family being my number one, 100%.
Your phone froze up. It's frozen. You frozen again. What you got? I can't hear you now though. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's still
It's still frozen.
yeah, it's frozen on your screen at the bottom. I can see you now, but I can't. Can you hear me? I guess we have some technical difficulties with young Smilez. But you got the Teddy Riley going on, man. What's going on?
We good?
Teddy, you back?
You
Teddy,
see me?
you there? Yeah, you can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you good, Teddy?
What? You call me Teddy?
Yeah, Teddy Riley. You got technical difficulties over there.
Hey,
We're going.
Yo, I said, calling me Teddy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Um,
don't do me like that.
but I want to ask you, man, because you were saying that your dad, of course, is a pastor. So
Mhm.
how was there any conflict as far as you doing music and your dad wants you to do a particular style of music because in the church and things like that? How did that work?
Yeah, they definitely wanted me to do gospel. It was some resistance, I would say at first. But at the end of the day, if we, even if we don't agree, he still supports his son. So I think we kind of came to a common ground with that. I don't necessarily go to him and say, "Hey, Dad, listen to this," but he asked me, how's everything going? I'm like, it's going great, it's going good. So, but he ain't gonna be opposed once I get that check. So, I think
Right.
everything's gonna go
Praise God.
like it should. Right.
I love your son.
Right.
Um, any producers too you want to give any shouts out to for the tracks that you undid and that you got no big views on and stuff like that?
Yeah, my boy from Florida with me, 850. He goes crazy. He produced like almost my whole album, my album called Broken Promises I just released. Um, he goes crazy, man. He's a very underrated producer. Another guy out of Russia named Shavir. He goes crazy. I've done work with him. My What You Know About Love song, he goes crazy. I'm looking forward to working with bigger producers, as everything grows and expands and exposure. So I'm excited. But those are two people that y'all definitely should tune in with.
If you have a message to give to your fans, what would it be?
Keep rocking with me. I promise you, it's all gonna be worth it. They always in my DMs telling me, "Oh, you're the next big thing." Blah blah. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, and shout out to TL. I'm sorry, I almost forgot about him. So thank you, OC. TL. He actually got a plaque for working with uh, Ray Sherman, Sway Lee, and those guys. He got a plaque with them, so he's super dope too. We actually got some stuff coming out as well. But to my fans, I would say keep rocking with me. I appreciate you guys. What I'm doing would be nothing without them. Nothing. So I'm very, very appreciative of that. Keep listening. I got more great music. I've written so many songs during this quarantine. I got a lot of music to put out. So I'm excited.
So what is your next step? What's the next process? What's next for you?
Right now, we're just focusing on hitting blogs, keep promoting the album as much as possible. And I think if things are supposed to be opening up soon, I'm going to be putting out a new single pretty soon as well. We're going to keep pushing the album as much as possible. It's
Okay.
still new. It's still new to a lot of people. You know what I mean? A lot of people may have heard it, but a lot of people haven't heard it. So we're going to keep pushing it.
Right. So for the people that hasn't heard of it, tell them about it right fast so they know about it. You
Say it
heard
one
me?
more time.
I said for the people that have not heard about it, go ahead, tell them about it right fast.
Oh yeah, so Broken Promises is the name of my album on all platforms. Broken Promises is, what the title is. It's about, heartbreak or any type of relationship you've ever had, just things being broken. And the music, it takes you, I would say, it's like a roller coaster effect. It takes you through some of the emotions, some of the things that I do personally and that I put into the music. And I think that everybody can really relate and feel where it's coming from. So it's a lot about love. I sing a lot. And rap a lot about love type things. That's the type of person I am, and I think you really you really feel it and you experience it is what I try to do. I try to create an experience with my music. So I think you really do with that album. Go get that. Trust me, you will not be disappointed.
Man, that's definitely what's up, man. I appreciate you. Could you let everybody know where they can follow you on all social media platforms and where they can
Yeah,
catch your videos, music videos, and all that?
for sure. Yeah, you can follow me at Young Smile 17. That's YUNGSMILEZ 17 on everything. If you want to catch my videos on YouTube, it's just Young Smiles. I have 3 videos out: Youngin, No More, and True Story. All 3 are super dope and different. Follow me on everywhere. I'm on everything: Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, everything. So you guys go follow me and stay tuned. Appreciate you for having me.
Man, you already know, man. Appreciate why. Where you at in Florida?
Pensacola, Florida.
I only know where that's at, but I
Atlanta.
heard of it before. But what you got, a flip phone?
What'd you say?
I said you got a flip phone?
Nah, this on my iPad.
Oh, that thing keep freezing up.
Nah, the iPad. It's just so many people.
I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing
Oh,
with you.
I see.
I'm just messing with you. No, but man, like I said, man, I really appreciate you.
Sure.
Like I said, I know if the homie rocking with you, you official, and she believe in you, she behind you. I'm out here in Miami,
Okay.
you know, so definitely when you're ready to turn up out here, and of course, you know, I'm from Atlanta, so definitely can plug in some situations, dog. I appreciate you tuning in with us here on the Hype Underground. Y'all gonna follow him, Young Smilez, ASAP. Go check out his music on all platforms. Y'all stay tuned because King Tattoo is coming up at 3 o'clock, at the King at 4 o'clock, at the celebrity artist I am Kissy Lee. She's dope. So if y'all want to tune in, just hear some more stories and more testimonies from these artists and ins and outs of the industry and their experiences too. Definitely stay tuned, my brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Have a good day.
Yes, sir. You too.